Peace and love. Gotta bear with me. I didn't want to use my little phone mount because usually my phone tends to overheat when I use it because it's, you know, a little closer to the windshield. You know, the sun beat up on it and all that good stuff. Anyway, I want to, hey, whoever you are, relay a message to the black man and the black woman. You know, we all have been through things, whether it be directly or indirectly, past or present, whether it was in our lives or things that our ancestors endured, and you know, some of the hurt and pain that may have been passed down through us all, through generations, all of that good stuff. A lot of the things that went on back then are still going on now, and in many cases it's a lot worse than it was then. But one thing that I do know, in addition to it being an all-out attack on the black man, black woman, the black child, it's also an all-out attack on the black family. You know, it's bad enough they don't want to see us being friendly with each other. They don't want to see us being social with each other. They don't want to see us uniting, taking a stand together, fighting together, and all of that good stuff. But they don't want to see us together as man and woman either, because that increases the odds of us creating more black lives, more strong, productive black lives, not just, you know, babies being created out of quote-unquote wedlock, and, you know, fathers getting missing and single mothers and all of that good shit. But even worse is a strong black family unit where the man and the woman is together raising those babies. Don't let them be conscious. Don't let them be revolutionary or anything of that nature. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, what I want to say is be mindful of these things, these entities, and these plans and actions that we have against us. Be mindful of that, not only just in everyday life, but be mindful of that when it comes to your relationship. How you interact with one another, how you react to things that take place in your relationship, how you act, how you conduct yourself in a relationship. You know, a lot of that is not only a direct reflection of the things we've been through, but also a lot of the things that we have been through and continue to go through determine how we interact with one another and how we react to certain things and situations. All of that plays a major role. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it, much of the things that we go through is nothing in comparison to the struggle we have out there as black people, to the struggle we have in society. You know what I'm saying? The little bullshit arguments we have with one another, the arguments and the disagreements that we have that cause us to want to leave. You know, the shit that we fight and break up over is nothing compared to what we're really up against out here. And that's exactly what they want to see. They want to see us fall out over the dumbest shit. You know what I mean? They want to see us at odds. They want to see us bashing each other. They want to see us leaving each other out to hurt and struggle and go through it alone, instead of having that that person by your side to support you and help you get back up when you fall. You know what I'm saying? They want to see us giving up on each other and going to the same sex or going to another race. Anything to break up the man and woman. Like, they've done that since the beginning of their time. You know what I mean? So that's all I want to say, man. Like, and by no means am I saying allow people to treat you like shit. I'm not saying let people do whatever the fuck they want to do and just hang in there and stay strong and take it and deal with it. I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? Everybody has their limits. Everybody has their standards and all of that good stuff. But at the same time, keep in mind, a lot of the little things that we fight and argue over are nothing. When you really look at it, it's nothing in comparison. We've been up against much more. We're going against much more. You know what I'm saying? So in these times, we have to be strong. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. We have to be strong. We have to be mindful. We have to look at things from a million different angles. You know what I'm saying? Before we react, we have to take a step back sometimes, breathe, not be so emotionally reactional. You know what I mean? So this is something that I have been thinking about myself, and something that I have been working on myself. So I just felt the need to share it because I'm pretty sure some of you out there can probably relate. Some of you out there may have needed to hear it. It might even be perfect timing for some of y'all. Maybe that can help save somebody's relationship out there. Maybe to help save somebody's marriage. Maybe to stop two people from falling out and fighting. And it's not just about relationships. Like I said before, it's about how we interact with each other and treat each other overall as people. But this is more so catered to relationships in this moment. That was the whole purpose of me speaking on this, because I see people on Facebook and these social media outlets, an outrage. They going all in over the white supremacy shit and Trump and all of this bullshit. Like, people are rioting via Facebook for the most part when it comes to us. We going all in about this shit, but we don't put that same passion and fire into our relationships when things get hard and we decide to give up and say fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We're not that upset at each other for being impatient with our loved one or being simple-minded. You know what I'm saying? We're not that outraged at one another for giving up or being the one to put the other one through all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But we quick to, pretend like we are at wit's end with all of these entities out here that we'll probably never cross paths with. And if you have crossed paths with any in real life, you probably ain't say or do shit about it. But you're so furious. You know what I'm saying? We've got to hold ourselves accountable too, and we have to stop being a part of their plan. We have to stop perpetuating their plan by falling into those traps and continuously being at odds with one another and dividing with one another. If we're gonna divide, if we're gonna separate from anybody, we should be separating from them, not each other. So that's all. I don't want to make this too long. So hopefully it won't take no time posting, and hopefully I won't have any issues posting it. But that's what I want to say right now. GodBODY's message to the black man and woman. Um, to us overall, you know, we can never exclude the child, you know, the elders and all, but um, that's it. That's what I want to say. Peace and love. Black power.